Okay, folks. Today, this morning, getting up, getting this out of the way. Got an interesting day coming up for me. So, going to do the finale of the scrimmage live. See about getting the Lebron James card. If I'm able to do it like I am everything else, then this is going to be done in about 10 games, give or take. So, also kind of fighting off a bit of a headache, so we'll see how this goes. This may wind up just being a regular video because it is kind of early. And just the first thing you do when you get up is like, let's go. What? So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Like I said, having a little bit of a headache and hoping this goes well. But I want to do this video live and get it and do it for you guys, so that we have this on record in a sense and be able to claim my first card, my first Road to the Championship card live on stream here. Before we go any further into that, though, there is a contest that's going on right now. Pull this puppy up here real quick. Whoops. So yeah, there is a contest that's going on right now through, well, make sure I have the right thing here. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. We'll get this eventually. Old contest. Disregard that one. Hey, how's it going? Morning. So yeah, there's a contest going on at mynbamobile.com. It's not an event that's going to be mentioned in game. It's strictly a community event. But right now there is a community event called Draft Frenzy. Basically, the goal is to draft cards that are basically no, not yet. Gonna have about, if I've calculated this correctly, about 10 games left. So hopefully I'm able to pull that off and get it recorded for posterity purposes. Stay tuned here. We'll be getting that in a moment. So basically, there is a contest called Draft Frenzy. You want to submit 5 former draft picks. Typically, you want to get them as close to one as possible. Cards must be drafted. If they aren't auctionable, they aren't eligible. They have to be drafted during the event time frame, which is going to be from yesterday, 6 p.m. Pacific, and ends at Sunday, July 2nd at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Have to be legendary or higher to qualify. You'd want to get them. Basically, your goal is to score the least amount of points as possible. So you want to get them as close to the number one draft pick as possible, and you want to submit a screenshot of your final lineup at either the Facebook group or Draft Frenzy Submit. That's going on, like I said, until Sunday. There will be a tiebreaker if there is that. Rewards look beautiful. So first place, get your rookie star, Carl Anthony Towns. All these would be two stat foil cards. So you have a Carl Anthony Towns. Second place is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Third is Shaquille O'Neal. Fourth is Blake Griffin, and fifth is a Dwight Howard. So that's starting right now. So keep track of your drafts. Keep track of your picks, because only legendary to playoff will count, and it does get verified. So you don't want to run the risk of submitting the wrong stuff and getting yourself banned from future contests. So now that we've got that out the way, got that mentioned, let's get into the game here. So right now, I am about 10 games away from it. Currently having a storm right now. Check my auction house real quick here. Oh well. I'll try these later. But you're not here for my auction picks. For my auction sales. So let's get into this. So we're about 87 points into LeBron James. And we're underway. For this, you'll basically need, in order to get through this all, about 13 to 15 playoff picks. Playoff pros, I should say. Because in this, you'll face a lot of partially charged greats. So unless you have some event cards like some rookie stars or some throwback Thursdays, or basically if you've acquired any stars from the BTC, then in all likelihood you'll probably be doing 10 pointers. And right now I'm using what's known as a 3-2 deck. Basically you put your best cards on one side and basically decrease them to the other side. So right now I have all my best cards from the point guard, shooting guard, and small forward perspective. Was seeing a bit of waiting on network yesterday. Am I gonna do any packs? Possibly. No, likely it's super ones. Although I might stick with basics. As I did a video a long time ago. It's called 0.5%, a life lesson. So, I mean, that's kind of had a meaning with that. So if I ever do a super ultimate, that's not going to be something that I capture on video. So one game down. Kyrie came from a basic. All I've pretty much done up to this point is basic pack openings. For the most part, all I've gotten like 3 legendaries, 1 star, and tons of epics. Then again, with 0.5% doesn't surprise me. Although after this one, then I'll have a playoff Kyrie, which may or may not replace him. Getting closer and closer and closer. For those of you who have chosen to join me this morning, thank you very much for that. Wasn't quite sure if I would get any viewers this early in the morning, but NBA 2K being the worldwide game that it is, someone's got to be up somewhere. So, I think a mistake that I make a lot of times is, since I'm in the States, being short sighted and thinking, okay, this game was just an American thing, but does go worldwide in terms of its reach and scope and all that other good stuff. Because I do find I do get viewers from like China and Russia and France and UK. It's just it's 5 o'clock somewhere, you know. Yeah, same here. I got into LeBron the other day. Then, like with the time element, glad that they did stretch this out to a 20-hour event or 20-hour and 20-minute event. Plus, I have a daughter, so crank this puppy out before she gets up. So that we could then start our day. But with regards to this event, I'm pretty jazzed that I'm going to be getting my very first Road to the Championship card. And as soon as I get it, then it's definitely going to be pro'd and thrown into a season. Been cruising 14 pluses the entire time. So I'm not sure if this is indicative of other regular Road to the Championships because with time and all that, really haven't had the ability to get through a whole one. So I'm not sure if this difficulty is normal for this type of event. But I'm kind of jazzed by the fact that I will be going away with a Road to the Championship card. So Okay. Do some lower level training here. Before I started this, to give it more of a seamless feel to it. But such is life. I believe I mentioned this in a previous video that I did, is that I would probably throw on some music in the background, but since I put this on YouTube, it's very sensitive in terms of picking up music. And so sometimes they'll either warn me saying that there's a copyright infraction, or basically it just will just remove it from being shown anyway. So now in my regular videos, or regular non-streaming ones, I'll have some music going. It's only because it's a what's known as a non-copyrighted song. I was watching, I believe it was Will Upton's stream, and he had mentioned it. So I did some research on it, looked for it, and found a good song that worked for my stream. So that's why you hear music on that particular stream as opposed to this particular one. Like I said, I want to be able to, if I am doing a video, be able to have that video shown. Probably more information than you care to know, but just as an FYI, if you decide to do videos yourself, then you know. Okay, so now that we've got some cards trained away, let's get back into this and finish this up. And it's interesting. I don't know if anything takes effect in the road to the championship aspect or not. But my team's running a foiler alert, and I think I've only really come across like two foil commons, a couple of foil uncommons, and a foil rare. Really haven't seen them in much, so. I am curious after this road to the championship scrimmage what the regular one this week is going to look like. Not 100% sure if I'm going to participate in that one or not. Wasn't really quite sure how far I'd get in this one, but looks like I have a strong enough deck that's going to allow me to get the card here. Oops. Oh yeah, that's what time I was going to wake up to do this. but was just kind of anxious. Was kind of wanted to do this. Wanted to get the card. Home stretch. You can always kind of tell when more people are getting on. That's when you always have those wonderful way to go on network issues. One more out the way here. About 60 points left. So earlier I mentioned that I'm running a 3-2 deck here. I'll show you what that looks like here before I go any further. So yeah, if you notice, all my strong cards are to the left-hand side. Everything else is going to be to the right-hand side in terms of strength down to weakness. So as you see, a majority of my playoff pros are on the left, with the exception of the Kyrie Irving star and the Hakeem Olajuwon rookie star pro. Everything else, my regular star pros and about two or three, well, actually three cards that I obtained. Well, correction. Yeah, with the exception of four cards that I obtained from this current Road to the Championship, everything else is either Star Pro or Playoff Pro, but all of them are towards one particular side or the other. Yeah, can't talk today. So, without further ado, let's see, 14, 28, 42. I need all five, so here we go. Last go around. This has been a rather fun event, though it has been interesting trying to squeeze in times to be able to play this and get this done. Other scrimmages I've only been able to do, I think, up to an epic card. But this one, like I said, it's a good thing that they stretched this out into a 20-hour and 20-minute event there. I think they were keeping in mind their free players and adding 20 minutes based on point totals. On the one hand, they could say buy stuff and get it done, but the fact that they added just a little bit extra time to ensure that if you were a free player, you were able to complete this, that says a lot. And I have known a heavy duty gamer or so that actually has gone through the steps of setting an alarm to wake themselves up every hour or two to make it happen. That's dedication for you there. Also keeps the coffee business intact. So if you want to stay awake all that next morning, like I need my cup of coffee. Get an IV set up with caffeine or something. With a mocha or something. As you can see, a lot of the cards that I'm facing are partially leveled greats. So if you have any star pros, you're not going to beat them. Not with enhancements, not with abilities. It's just not going to happen unless you get somehow lucky if you throw, one of those things in there. I can't talk this morning. Okay, so it looks like I had a network issue here. So now we're going to get back into the swing of things here. Do apologize for that. Good thing it happened when I was making picks, though. I didn't lose any game nights or anything. I hear you there. Means that will put you with two cards left. Are you going for LeBron? Are you going for LeBron as well, or are you finishing out at Love? Or are you gonna wake up and try to go for LeBron later? Gotcha. Few games left. Cool. Yeah, I realize going for a top tier Rivals Clash card just is not happening for me. The demand is kind of high. Plus, I was WW Supercard player, so the events started at 2 a.m. my time. So I typically set an alarm for 2 in the morning, play for about a couple of hours, just so I got an early edge, then wake up and then be in a good enough lead to where I could definitely go for a higher tier card. With NBA 2K though, I was so ready to repeat that process by getting up at 2 in the morning, play, and then go back. But come to find out, the events start at 11 a.m. my time. So that kind of threw out a lot of possibilities there. 4 more points. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, do I just go easy? Do I just throw something in there just to finish this off? I've cruised 14 points all this event, so might as well. Because yeah, I could easily do a 4 and finish this up, but might as well. Last card, last roundup, ladies and gentlemen, from my NBA 2K16, right here on the cellular network we call life. This is your main event. At the end of this, be claiming this. Almost need some Chariots of Fire music playing in the background or something. Last quarter. Last quarter. Then after this, I'll claim this, jump back into regular chat with you guys. So will actually be some sort of type by me of some sort. Like I said, way too early for me to be talking. Being tongue-tied way too easily this morning. So let's do it. Let's finish it off. And it's done. Road to the championship. Claim the LeBron. We've got the LeBron. Cool. Do final picks here. Hot streak. What am I going to do with a hot streak now? Always amazes me when they give out hot streaks near the very end. If you finalize it, you finished it. It's kind of. So, yeah, before we jump into the live chat aspect, I'm kind of curious as to what specs it gave me. And when you look at it, let me see here on a. Oh, that's why I haven't done anything with them yet. But so it gave me an offense, a defense, and a playmaker. So it's definitely going to be a good thing. I think I have a rebounder enhancement, so I might add that in. But definitely a good card. Definitely going to help me out there. So, if you want to throw some RP my way, you have an auction going on where the Tim Duncan. So, one bid on that. For those of you who may not have gotten in there yet, to check it out. There's a Skybox event going on, well, ongoing. So you get a bid for Michael Thompson. Yeah, Michael Thompson. You bid for a Klay Thompson. It's a Rivals Clash card, so that's interesting. A Rick Barry Grades card. A Britt Barry card. A Bill Walton card. Or a Matt Gulkas card, who looks to be from the, if I can make that out right, 61 76ers. So yeah, I am going to check my inbox real quick. See if I can answer any questions here. So I did get one since my last video from a Brent Eustace. Says, I'm a big fan. Your vids are great. Keep it up. Like I said before millions of times, without you guys, there is really no me. Without you guys viewing me, without subscribing, without liking, without things of that nature, doesn't give me the incentive to keep doing this. So I do thank you guys for keeping me in the game here in terms of allowing me to do these videos for you. So definitely appreciative of that. Let me get out of this real quick here. Nothing more in terms of gaming wise. But I'm going to join you guys in the stream here. Join you guys in the chat room. in the chat room. So here I am. You guys in the chat room. Yeah, stop. So yeah, if you guys ever, and this is probably one of those rare times I'm ever gonna do this. Though people have Twitch, people have Camcord. If you ever do want to donate, if you want to do anything in terms of contributing to the stream for like future pack openings, what have you, you see a dollar sign on the bottom right hand corner. Just throw a donation in there. We greatly appreciate it. It's not something I'm going to mention on a regular basis, but it's always there. I don't think you need to see me while I'm in the room here. Besides, it looks kind of funny when you have questions in the room, but no real answers given. Not sure if my voice is coming through on this or not, but basically, I've always thought it's strange to end off a game at a tier called playoff. I always thought it would be interesting, or would make more sense if they had a tier called like championship or champion. Because I mean, basically, that's what you go through all the motions for in terms of regular gameplay, in terms of the playoffs, because you're working your way towards getting to the finals to then win the championship. So for a tier to end off at just playoff just doesn't. I mean, I know you have the greats aspect of it, but that's not an in-game tier. It's something that's an aside if you want to go for it. So that make any sense? Oh, give this about 3 more minutes and then call it a wrap. Unless you guys have any questions, any discussions, any conversations, then definitely not restricted by that time frame. But for those of you that did take time out your mornings or afternoons or evenings, wherever you're at, to join me in this RTTC Scrimmage finale live, definitely grateful for that. Definitely thank you for doing so. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to get any viewers or not, but definitely by the fact that some of you did show up here and give up your time when there's probably other things you could have been doing. Definitely appreciative of that. So next video I plan on doing, I'm not sure. I think I might do some RTTC this weekend. In terms of an actual video, though, would probably be in about probably 4 days or so. Because like I said, I'm going to jump into a season real quick, get the card underway, probably pro another one just to be on the safe side. But this has definitely been a fun event. Definitely fun to stream for you live. Tried to do a longer version yesterday, but got caught away for something I forgot to do. So I wasn't able to join you for a particular longer period of time. Thank you for joining me. Really, really appreciative of that. Go get some sleep. Go get some relaxation. Congratulations with getting that love card. So I think I am going to probably take a quick nap for about 20 minutes, then start my day. And I guess that's going to be it for me today. So for Double A, this is my NBA 2K16 RTC Road to the Championship Scrimmage Live Finale Part 2. So for those of you, have a good day. Make the most of this. If it's nighttime in your area, make the most of your night. Wherever you're at, just make it the best and be the best. Have a good day. Goodbye, everybody.